there's a few key things to really hit on in the midst of all the ideas that are swirling around for the documentary.
Yeah.
And so kind of the natural ones would be, you know, the song, the story behind it, the story behind the musician, the artist, the band, or the group, or whoever, the story behind the venue, the story behind the promoter.
Just kind of like the key focal points between
totally
each artist or whatever they're doing or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. And then as we go, we can piece those bits and pieces of the stories that people tell, kind of weave them together to show that, like, we're all kind of a part of the same thing. We're all trying to do the same thing. Yeah. Whether, you know, someone might kind of sound like this or kind of sound like this, might be very folky, which is very easy to tell, like, oh, they're a storytelling songwriter. But then there might be someone who's, you know, very, very indie, very, very experimental or whatever, but they're really trying to do the same thing. Yeah. And I think as we see these interviews come together, we're going to see everyone's story kind of line up. And that's kind of what I want to show people, I think. Okay. So you, as a musician, someone who is a part of the scene in so many different ways, in a lot of really big ways too. I mean, Maida was a very big part of the scene. Keep Me Honest was huge. Like, so many people remember those bands. Like, I mean, that was a big part of the scene for a very long time. And then now coming from that to this project of the documentary, how does that excite you, or how does that drive you to help create something like this?
You know, the whole reason behind your project is, like, it's awesome. Like, how can I not want to be a part of something like this? Because it's just like, you know, I see our scene faltering, like, constantly. Like, within the last few years, it's just been, you know, going downhill. And it's like, this is the perfect opportunity to show people, you know, all the stuff that was there. Excuse me. And because a lot of people don't even know about it anymore, and, like, all the passion that people had, and, you know, everything that went on. Like, a lot of people don't even know that, you know, I'm sure a lot of musicians now, what's the Cactus Club? Like, what is that place? Like, and all the history that went along with that. Like, I wrote about it a little bit in the article that's going to be published in Content. Cool. But, like, you know, a lot of people don't even realize that Nirvana played there. You know?
I didn't know that.
It's like, you know, all these huge bands played the Cactus Club. It's like such a historical thing that no one really cares or knows about anymore. Wow. And it's just like, this is the kind of thing that could bring, you know, that attention to San Jose again, and kind of get everyone like, hey, this is an important city, this is an important scene, we need to, you know, bring it back.
Well, I think we were talking earlier about, like, what we were talking about, a lot of the themes and stuff for what we want the documentary to be. But I think it's also important to brainstorm about what's the purpose of it. Like, what do you want this documentary to do? And I definitely want it to inspire people, but to do what? I think that's a really key thing. Like, what do you want this documentary to inspire people to do, or to motivate people to do? Because those are the best documentaries, you know, that make you, like, feel empowered or whatever after. And I think what I want to do is, you know, for the songwriters and for the people that just want to be songwriters, the closet songwriters, to inspire them to be like, wow, I don't really have to be anything other than just, I want to create music and I want to be a part of that. And you don't have to fit in any way other than just the love for creating music. And I think that is, I want to see more people come out of the woodworks and, like, just add more to San Jose, you know, to add more to that scene. Yeah, to bring the scene of just writing songs. Like, there's no genre, there's nothing that covers that up. It's just writing songs. And then to also the people, the fans, the listeners, I want those people to kind of take a step out and try a little bit harder to pay attention to the stories behind all these people. Because I think once they do, it's going to be so much more interesting. Yeah, and they'll kind of get a hold on something that they can actually you know, respect and And so and with that, I think it's for everyone. You know, it's for everyone to see, for everyone to be a part of, to feel a part of. I mean, it's San Jose. I think for me, a big thing was the Tom Petty DVD that came out not too long ago. Is what really made me pay attention to the story behind an artist, because I was never super into Tom Petty, but after I saw that, I love the guy. I love the Heartbreakers. Everything they do is just so cool to me now, because I feel like I'm a part of it. Yeah. And I feel like I want that same reaction from the people of San Jose towards the artists of San Jose. Yeah.
that if we could pull something like that off, that would be really good. Because I mean, that's what we need to do, is we need to make people connect again.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can figure out how to do that, then it'll be good. Definitely. We'll be doing good things, and it'll be good to say that we could be a part of something like that.
Mm-hmm.